And a pleasant good afternoon to you all as we are live from Arizona State University's Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona. Thanks for joining us for women's hockey. Brennan Bucher, Pierce Gordon. Pierce, ASU gets a big win yesterday. They have a chance to take the series now today, but it's going to be tough. Big unit in goal.
Yeah, for Lake Superior State, Aisha Kachuk really stand out in the last two games. Really the reason Lake Superior State was able to win that first game, and then the second game unable to capitalize on some high shots, standing only at 5'5", but makes up with that in the athleticism. Very quick between the pipes and can get that glove up real quick.
The glove side is what impressed me most, and I think what gave ASU some fits when trying to shoot against her. They'll have their own solid goalie in today as well.
Yeah, ASU really, their goaltender, not too bad themselves. Maya Glacier starting for them. Also very quick between the pipes, a little taller and able to really get her blocker out. I think she uses that a lot. Kind of tends to lead to some rebounds. ASU will need to prevent those from bouncing out too far in order to stay in this one.
For more on ASU's need to get the win today and take the series, we'll send it down rinkside to the third member of our crew. It's Mahir Sinhasa.
Thanks, guys. Well, this is going to be a big series for the Sentinels to start 2026. Brianne Powell, who scored the game winner yesterday, saying, quote, "We have to work hard right now because getting back to nationals, well, it comes down to team is responsible with Sam Murphy, who also saying that this team needs to play a little bit fun, especially after that series loss. Overall, this team is number 8 in the nation. They want to keep it that way ahead of the ACHA rankings for 2026.
Thanks, Mahir. Team chemistry, you mentioned that Kylie Brown has been a huge player. Sam Murphy as well. That line is going to be really good. The second line, Kylie Brown, Sam Murphy, and Kylie Label. That is a really good second line for ASU to put out there.
Yeah, Sam Murphy, really captain of this team by name and off the court, or off the ice, sorry. Really talked about in a post-game intermission interview, yesterday about the team chemistry and really building that back up and how that's a big component in their success this year.
And, of course, that team chemistry going to need to be high today. The 9-7-0 Lake Superior State Lakers coming to take the series themselves. And this series is going to have some playoff implications. As we were talking about that yesterday, not too far away from those ACHA playoffs and those nationals that always will sneak up on you if you're not careful. When we return, more on this matchup and why ASU will need to win today and how they can get that done. welcome you back into Mullet Arena. Brennan Bucher and Pierce Gordon joining you for women's hockey. And Pierce, the goalie matchup today, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Take a deeper dive into it because, boy, it's a good one.
Yeah, Asia Kachuk, what she lacks in size, makes up for in athleticism. I mentioned that on the pregame. Standing only at 5'5", but very quick between the pipes, can get that blocker and glove up in a hurry. ASU really going to need to sky some more shots. As we look at it on the graphic, both goalies, similar games played. Glacier with a 3-3-1 win-loss to Kachuk's 5-3. Save percentage sitting about 91 for both players, and goals against both at 21. So very evenly matched in the net tonight.
Scratches today for Arizona State. Maddie Cheroff, Paige Ring, Kelsey Olson, Miriam Rabick, and Mia Jorvas will all be sitting on the bench for Arizona State.
And ASU back in black tonight. Wore the gold for the first two matchups, and we're lucky enough to have a game 3 here.
The gold will be worn by the Lakers, and blue bottoms, black on black, as Pierce mentioned, and we are underway as the puck drops in Mullet Arena. Quigley goes behind the net. Early pressure from the Lakers. Now the Sun Devils with number 15, Powell, the amateur, bringing it forward. Now, Pierce, you've had the pleasure of working all these games this weekend. What have you seen in the aggressive side of this ASU team that let them get the win yesterday?
Yeah, ASU has a lot of ozone time, and it's really just capitalizing off those shots. A lot of goals coming off rebounds for the Sun Devils. See if they can do that here again tonight. So they're trying to get some ozone time and get a shift change in the process.
Now on Sam Murphy, and her line will come in. First shot on is blocked away. Not exactly the smoothest that we'll see from her, but getting the first save early, and that's always the important one.
Yeah, just putting pucks on net for Sam Murphy there.
Now with it is Kunz. Down low. Label. Behind the net, Kylie Brown. Brown puts a shot on again. The stick will fling it away. Still in the Arizona State attacking third as it goes now into neutral ice, and a potential chance here for the Lakers. Right side against the wall, now behind the goal, and Glacier will get work behind the goal. Right side, it's Olson. Now Arizona State gets the puck back and will begin to work down the other side past neutral ice.
Yeah, dumps it down there. Get a line change for the Sun Devils here.
Puck goes closer here to ASU's goal, and they'll work the wall. Caritas playing up close to the puck, and she'll swipe it away for the Lakers. However, back into the possession of Arizona State. ASU a game over 500. They're sitting 8-7-1. The Lakers 2 games over at 9-7. Now going the other way. The Lakers push it forward, but nobody there to help. Working the wall behind the goal. Puck will go back to Lake Superior State. Now chance down low. No shot on. ASU potential opportunity past the blue line. Right side shot is blocked. Will stay in the attacking third of Arizona State. Now heads past neutral ice.
And those are the chances that ASU is really going to need to capitalize off of to come out on top in this one.
Going down on the right side. They had an opportunity, couldn't get the goal to fall. A Draper down on the right side, pushes the puck up against the wall. Now working behind the goal, Lake Superior State. Kate Streak for the Sun Devils, getting a stick on it, but really no chance to advance it forward. Still working on the right side. Devaney will get a stick on it for ASU, but here come the Lakers. Now pushing it forward. No real problem for Glacier. Goes against the wall. Big hit on the right side into the wall, and down went Kate Streak. She's back on her skates. Glacier will put her stick in front of it, and Devaney, or excuse me, that's Kate Streak, who will play back, look to advance it forward. Now puck moves on the right side. Going forward for ASU is that's Taylor Bierlemeyer. Behind the goal here for Arizona State, Kylie Leibold. Glove on the ice. Puck behind the net. Looks like they maybe had a chance to get it to Hannah Kunz that couldn't get it out. She was playing back in pretty good position. ASU will regain control of the puck. Shot down low. Nothing there. Puck free. Tapped in. Goal, Sun Devils. Leibold puts it in the back of the net. They caught Tkachuk off balance. And just like that, Arizona State takes a 1-0 lead with 15:01 remaining in the first period.
Very similar to the past two games we've seen here. ASU on the board first early on in this one. Kind of interesting sequence in the O-zone there. We saw a glove on the ice. It appeared to hit the puck behind the net. ASU, though, able to apply some pressure on the net and get that tap in on that right side.
Great positioning for Kylie Leibold. And the Sun Devils get their first goal, and a lot of that just a result of just getting pucks on net. Now here's an early chance following the goal for Lake Superior State. They're pressuring. Arizona State does a nice job getting it back to neutral ice. Off the wall and in there defending third. Arizona State tries to get some control back. Johnson trying to work it for the Lakers. Now shot on, block by Glacier and the Sun Devils. Whistle blows. Really nice job defensively by Arizona State early in this one.
Yeah, great save. Not allowing a rebound there by Glacier, and just able to corral that one in the glove right in front of the crease. As again, mentioned this before, every one of these three games, ASU scores first, and about in that 15-minute mark. We're right on pace for that again.
Faceoff goes to Lake Superior State. ASU gets the puck back, brings it into neutral ice, and will now try to take control. Great work against the glass. Number 29, Levesque. Now Lake Superior State gets it back, left side. Now behind the net.
Lake Superior State wanted a hooking there, not going to get it.
Great job by Arizona State to pressure and had the numbers advantage. Now taking it back is Lake Superior State. Boyko. She sent it around the back of the net. Puck goes behind the net here of Arizona State. Sun Devils will try to advance it forward. Great pressuring defense there by Lake Superior State. Now Arizona State will get it back. That was Bima who was able to pressure the puck really well. ASU still finds a way to advance it. Now here's a potential opportunity for Lake Superior State. Left side, loses the puck. ASU will regain some possession, passing neutral ice on the red line. A lot of physicality in this one.
Yeah, two teams very familiar with each other, going to know each other's play style, probably know some names out there for the past 2 days.
Yeah, once you get into that third matchup, it becomes a lot harder because, as you mentioned, they know what's going on now. They understand how they're going to play and what type of defense and offensive strategies you can use to get around them. Now here's an opportunity. Kylie Brown, the leader in scoring for this ASU team. Brown has 7 goals. Brianne Powell right behind her with 6. down low. That was tipped away there by McKenna Olson of Lake Superior State. Olson now has control on the right side. There's a stop there by Hannah Kunz, the kind of the back line there, last line of defense. Great playing the defense mark. Past the blue line, shot just past the goalie. Now into neutral ice.
I think the tale of this game so far is ASU winning the neutral ice here and just the continuous pressure in the O-zone.
Here's another opportunity here for Arizona State. Label, she's already scored one today, now puts one through the legs. And a big hit following the whistle. She'll stumble down to the ice.
Yeah, some chippiness there from both teams there after the play. Label kind of getting laid out with a little shoulder. Again, comes with the familiarity between the teams here.
Following the face-off now into neutral ice. And ASU will work the wall, get the puck behind the goal. How about this for a D2 score update? Niagara University up on Roger Williams 7-0 with still some time left in the third. Oklahoma State the other day in NCAA Division I beat North Texas 18-1. Big scores. Now through neutral ice, here's Arizona State. Shot from the blue line, deflected away by Ketchuk.
Just trying to dump it in, get a quick line change there, and still maintain O-zone.
That's what ASU has been really good at, being able to get those line changes, maintain possession, and a stoppage. Oh, a little bit of chipminess, some more words being exchanged.
Yeah, a little shove thrown after the play. Love to see it for the hockey.
I mean, that's going to fuel the intensity of this matchup, and no one's going to say no to that, especially when you see the coaching styles of both of these teams. In neutral ice, ASU regains control. Now a fight for it. Potential opportunity here. Nice block by ASU Glacier. And now we send it down to the third member of our broadcast team, Mahir Sinhasan, for more on Lake Superior State and ASU's history.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Well, when Matt Parker, Lake Superior State's head coach, was taking a walk around Mullet Arena before Lake Superior State's first game against ASU, he stopped by this wall over here, which was home to Arizona State men's hockey's team first seasons in the NCAA. Their first sweep was against Lake Superior State, and Parker stopped at this wall and thought, hey, I've seen this game before. I was actually at this game. So he remembers Arizona State very well, and now he gets to make the trip out to Tempe as his Lakers take on the Sun Devils. Guys.
A lot of history between these two in both men and women, and that's continuing over some more shoving as the whistle blows. 9:41 remain in period number one. Of course, the rink at that time wasn't nearly as nice as what we get to broadcast at today. Following the minor now, it looks like Mara Draper will head into the penalty box.
Yeah, matter of time. Both teams kind of getting chippy. Matter of time before the officials rein it in a little bit.
And we have our first power play of the day as Lake Superior State will look to take advantage. Working now past the blue line into neutral ice. Now back in their defending third. Great job getting a stick on it by the Sun Devils. Advancing it forward for ASU is Hannah Kunz. She's had a very excellent start to the game.
And this is what the Sun Devils have done really well, is just not allowing any O-zone time for the Lakers on the power play. And right now you see it just holding it in the corner.
And they've been extremely physical as well. It's been all legal until this point. 1 minute and 15 seconds remain in the power play. Getting another stick on it is number 25. That looked like that was Lavelle. And again, it just anything that Arizona State's doing is limiting their ability, at least from Lake Superior State standpoint, to make any advances.
As we'll see the first ozone touch of the penalty here.
And just like that, Arizona State gets it right out. 45 seconds remain on the power play.
Another one, quick line changes for the Sun Devils here, in and out on the defensive side.
Arizona State will get a stick on it, but Lake Superior State's still advancing. Right side, McCoy. Passes back to Boyko. At the top, past the blue line, shot in, is off goal. Right side, now past the blue line. 15 seconds remain in the power play.
A little pushing and shoving after the play there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another hand, giving her a little more than she bargained for. That's Sam Murphy.
Yeah, McCoy's been pretty chippy this game for Lake
McCoy
Superior.
got some free shots in following the whistle, but looks like they'll face off.
You know, within the confines of the rules, of course. Love to see it, the passion, the excitement. You can tell how much it means to them. Especially, don't get to see a game 3 too often. So kind of series on the line here.
And that's when, of course, that's when the best of the hockey comes out, is when they are trying their absolute hardest, and I think that's what we're going to get to. Sun Devils will advance now as they're back into full strength into their attacking third.
Couldn't ask for a better power play kill if you're the Sun Devils there.
Still working behind the net. Now Lake Superior State will take it over. Will work the wall and get into neutral ice, but as it's been all game long, Arizona State right there in neutral ice to take the puck back. Advancing was Kunz. Working off the wall here is number 12, Evelyn Olson. Lavelle and Olson for Arizona State working against the back wall. Now right side, it's Dells. Shot on, nice block.
Yeah, Lavelle tried to go 5-hole there, and Kachuk says no to that one. Dealt with very cleanly there.
Yeah, probably not going to have another one as easy as they had for the first goal about just under 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it can be very hard to get a 5-hole shot through there on Kachuk.
Faceoff quickly goes behind the net of Arizona State, and falling was one of the Lake Superior State. Now ASU with a potential chance down low. Great job by the Lakers defenseman to get sticks on it and get it out of there as the puck now flings into the bench area of Arizona State.
I think that was Calder that kind of just tripped on the puck there.
Yeah, it was right next to the Adidas and Lyft sponsorship sign on the right side there of the rink, and just kind of fell on it, as you mentioned. Advancing is Arizona State. Now passed and through neutral ice. ASU right there, though, to regain control. Lake Superior State really hasn't had much in terms of a breakaway or any real fantastic scoring opportunities early in this matchup.
Yeah, most of the breakaways they've had, they've just needed to dump it in to get a line change on.
Puck gets away right side. Erickson was there for Lake Superior State, but ASU working with it as well. Erickson still having her stick near for Arizona State. Advancing forward the Sun Devils. Now here's an opportunity. Trying for a shot on. No goal yet. Puck still free. Another chance for ASU, and it's wayward. Cam DeVenny was there for Arizona State. potential chance, but won't finish. However, Arizona State will have a power play.
Yeah, Tkachuk just sprawled out on the ground there, allowed the rebound, but no goal, so ASU unable to punish her for the rebound there. Again, ASU has done good so far on the defensive side of the penalty, but not so much on the offensive side of things, seeing if they can capitalize on this one early on.
Shot on, just off the pole of the goal. ASU will keep with another chance here, and it's tipped by the glove. It was a good-looking shot by Kylie Brown. Arizona State will repossess the puck once more. Draper will try for a longer shot out, just off the goalie Tkachuk. ASU once again working to regain possession, and a nice job by Lake Superior State to fly it down the other end of the ice. Trying to go the distance. Here's Draper. Passes back to Kylie Brown. Brown fires one in, and it's just off.
And you saw Sophie Gibbs for Lake Superior State there, hawking down the puck the whole way on that clearance. You showed, again, how much this game means to them.
Shot on from the left side, and a fantastic save by Tkachuk. Kylie Brown flung a heater in there that Tkachuk did a nice job of getting her pads into.
Yeah, again, like I mentioned pregame, quick between the pipes, able to move around and just gets that one right in her chest, quickly able to get over there.
54 seconds remain in the power play. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the first period. Chance and a shot on for Arizona State's number 22. That's Paige Bren. Now the puck goes down the other end of the ice. Devaney will now bring it down the ice for the Sun Devils. She'll pass through neutral ice. Now we'll head into the attacking zone of Arizona State. And that will mark the end of the power play as well, as Lake Superior State and Erickson will exit the box, and the Lakers are back at full strength. Puck now past the blue line in the attacking third of Arizona State. Brianne Powell, the sole Sun Devil, down there in the field of Lakers.
Again, ASU gets another line change and still retains possession there.
Streak passes forward. Here's Sears. And just like that, Arizona State will draw the puck free, though it's the Lakers being able to get it back, and Arizona State once again winning in neutral ice. Laval lost the puck, but right there, once again in neutral ice is Arizona State. Chance for the Sun Devils here, but losing it is number 8, Leibold. Leibold had the sole goal of this game, and at about the 15-minute mark.
So again, we saw a chippiness again, just pushed down to the ice. No call on the ice.
Right side, and the whistle finally does blow.
And they'll call the retaliation hit on this one.
Two minutes in the box for number 8, Leibold.
And ASU is going to need to have another power play kill. This one will span just into the second period as well.
Minute 54 remain in period number 1. The Sun Devils now do a great job to get the puck down the other end of the ice. At least buy some time, as that's really what they're going against here with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this first period. Nice block there from Glacier.
Yeah, another one just right in the chest, able to corral it, no rebound. Both teams with full line changes here.
Face off down near Arizona State's attacking side. Lake Superior State maybe with one of their last chances of the period. 1 minute and 14 seconds remain. Now shot on is wide of the net. Brand Powell with it will now skate down, move to the center, and pass forward. Biermeyer loses the puck. And the Lakers will now advance it here through neutral ice. Big hit. 40 seconds remaining in period number 1. Passing through neutral ice. Big own hit there as Biermeyer knocked out Sam Murphy.
Yeah, loose stick on that near side ice, right under the Dos Equis logo.
Puck goes behind the net. 15 seconds. Browns had it on the left side, now fires it in. Vance. 3 seconds, ASU will fire it down to the other end of the ice, and just like that, period 1 will come to a close. Arizona State scores, and they lead 1-0 after 1.
Yeah, ASU really just applying pressure like they did a lot in the first 2 games, doing that again here. And you saw the chippiness from both teams here. As Lake Superior State will head to the bench, and ASU will wait for them to exit the tunnel. It's a conversation here between Label and the official there.
Label currently is in the penalty box for another 8 seconds when period 2 begins. And that'll do it for us for the first period. When we return, we'll hear more from players and coaches, and we will get the chance to call the second period of this women's hockey ACHA matchup. Arizona State leads 1-0 over the Lake Superior State Lakers. back to Mullet Arena. Brennan Bucher and Pierce Gordon joining you just outside the ice. After one period, Leibold was the sole goal for ASU. They lead 1-0, and the shots on goal was really the stat to watch.
Yeah, shots on goal was 17-6 there. Unconfirmed, but we think that's probably the most in the period in this series ASU has had, and that just goes back to the O-zone time, the pressure. I mean, there were a countless number of times there where ASU would be in the O-zone for an extended period of time, keep it in the O-zone, get a line change, then go right back in.
They are winning neutral ice, and that's for sure. Now we will set it down to the third member of our team, Mahir Sinhasan, and he is standing by with Kylie Leibold, the sole goal in this matchup.
Thanks, guys. Here with Kylie Leibold. Kylie, you scored the opener just 5 minutes into the game. What's clicking for you guys so far?
I think finally just being able to started our momentum. I think it's a great feeling.
Taking a look at your line with Kylie Brown and Sam Murphy, you guys have 4 goals throughout this entire series. What's clicking for you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I think just we're all very supportive of players. We all find each other well. I love working with those 2 girls. It's nice working with our captain, Sam Murphy. She's got a lot of experience. But no, yeah, with great girls on the ice, so I think just our chemistry is really good. So
2 more periods. What will it take to close this one out?
I think just consistently putting effort on them. I don't think that they can take our I think just making sure that we keep this momentum throughout our next 40 minutes of play, I think is going to be really important.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mahir. And, you know, she mentioned the momentum. It's been in favor of Arizona State the entire game. And like we were mentioning, the advantages they're getting. What I'm seeing is a team that is winning neutral ice every single time.
Yeah, and like she mentioned down there as well, her words, not mine, thinks that Lake Superior State can't keep up with the pressure that they're putting on, which is shown so far in the first period. Again, mentioned it. I'll keep mentioning it as the ASU keeps doing it. The amount of line changes they're able to get while maintaining offensive pressure is just astounding.
In and out very easily. And of course, the other big piece for Arizona State's success today, they have Maya Glacier in goal, and she has been fantastic. 6 saves on the 6 shots on that Lake Superior State has so far. And obviously we were talking a lot about the opposition's goalie. Now you look at what Arizona State's put out there, and it's matched it, if not been better.
Yeah, we showed the graphic pregame, kind of very even between the net, both netminders there. And Glacier's gotten the better of this one. Granted, hasn't taken 17 shots, but dealt with them very cleanly. Again, said this a lot, but quick between the pipes, able to get the pucks right into her chest and able to not allow too many rebounds.
That's what I noticed as well, using the padding to her advantage. That is a huge, huge piece of what she's able to do in goal. And I think the final piece for Arizona State that's been clicking, that's giving them a lead, you mentioned the line changes, but the depth of those lines has shown beautifully. They continue to have success in the depth of those lines.
Yeah. Again, I think that it's going to be something. You play 2 back-to-back games. It's going to be tiring. You're on the 3rd stretch. You saw the chippiness early on, but the depth of ASU, like you said, showing here with the pressure, but also kind of, in Lake Superior State's credit, every time when ASU was on that power play, there was always one player chasing ASU, not making the handoff, the exchange between the goalie and player very comfortable when they were on the man disadvantage.
Things are clicking for Arizona State. Defensemen, forwards, goalies, it's all working, and that's why they have the 1-0 lead here on Inferno TV. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, it'll be more on Arizona State as they begin the 2nd period of play.
That was a dress update.
Both teams now returning to the ice as we are now less than 30 seconds away from the return to Sun Devil women's hockey, taking on the Lake Superior State Lakers. He's Pierce Gordon, I'm Brennan Bucher. Pierce, what are Arizona State's keys? They have the 1-0 lead right now to continue and to build on that lead.
Yeah, you saw a label of the postgame, or intermission interview, talk about not being able to keep up with the pressure. She thinks Lake Superior State not going to be able to keep up with the depth and pressure that ASU will bring. And if ASU can continue that, the first half proves her point right. But 6 seconds to go on the power play. We'll see how that plays into a factor here.
Both of the top two lines of this Arizona State team have been terrific. You know, whether you have Devaney's line or Brown's line, both offensively have been applying fantastic pressure through the neutral ice and down, as you mentioned, how good they've been in the O-zone.
Yeah, definitely the O-zone. Being able to keep that O-zone has been a huge thing. I'll continue to mention it as ASU will continue to do it. Just the pressure and the line changes. I mean, they're getting fresh bodies on the ice while maintaining offensive pressure. It's just been incredible. As we're almost to puck drop here, Lake Superior State still in the huddle. As the lone goal scorer label will go back to her penalty box for 6 more seconds.
Though the power play really wasn't much of a problem when they did fall into that for Arizona State. They were able to play 4-on-5 really well, and that's why they continuously have a 1-0 lead. Passing forward here for ASU is labeled.
Right back on the ice, makes an instant impact.
Not quite the impact yesterday in the men's ACHA D1. 5-on-3, and then a power play ends, becomes 4-on-5, and ASU scores as the guy just getting out of the power play. It was an unbelievable matchup.
So that save really easily corralled there by Glaister. And I mean, hockey in the state of Arizona coming out here was pleasantly surprised by the popularity and growth of it.
I mean, you see the pretty decent crowd. Of course, the camera's pointing to the other side of Mullet Arena here as we're live. But on our side, people filing in. Last night, D1 faced off against Arizona.
Yeah, had Molly Miller yesterday for the...
Molly Miller was here.
Yeah.
It's growing.
For the Lake Superior State fans, ASU's women's basketball coach.
Correct. Who's finding incredible success. Only 2 losses to this point. And will take her team to Cincinnati and West Virginia. Her new 2 next upcoming games in the next week should be, you'd imagine, 2 wins for Coach Miller to add to her pretty impressive season. Puck now in Arizona State's defending third. Chance here for Lake Superior State to apply some pressure. And as it's been all game long, Arizona State pushing it back into neutral ice. McKenna Olsen, and that appears to be Chloe Bima trying to work against it.
A little difference here. We see Lake Superior State kind of pressuring at center ice as ASU wins that one.
A heightened level of aggressiveness probably going to need to be what Lake Superior State falls into as this matchup continues, whether that's something on a forecheck or what have you. They're going to need to apply more pressure because simply playing back is not getting the job done for them.
Yeah, we'll get an icing here, so go back to ASU's O-zone. But like you were saying, yeah, the pressure got to be 2 periods to go, 3 minutes gone in the second. They're just going to be all out.
Face off here down, and ASU's attacking third. Chance to get right back on the O-zone here with 17:40 remaining in the second period. Puck now advances down towards Arizona State's defending third. However, they are going to be able to get out of it quickly. Stoddard skating up the right side with the puck. Now shot on from the right was close. They have that upper right corner if it was on target. Down low. Lake Superior State maybe had a window, but quickly closing. The defense for ASU has been pretty outstanding.
A very stout defense, able to clear the ozone there, just barely for a second. But we see the pressure early on from Lake Superior State, able to get some ozone time of themselves.
The idea that we talked about just a few moments ago, that the pressure needing to ramp up for Lake Superior State could be their answer. 16:15 remain in the second period. Skating up the right side and flinging it forward was the Lake Superior State Tonello, but she quickly would be subbed out, and there's a line change for the Lakers. Nice block from Arizona State's defenseman.
Label just eating the shot to her shoulder there.
Now on the other side, Arizona State skating down. Here's Draper. Right side, shot on, just off the pad. A tap in. Another one for Label. Very similar to her first goal. Nice shot on from Draper on the right side. It was off the pad, right in front of the goal, and Label, not a ton to do there except put it in the back of the net. 2-0 Sun Devils.
Yeah, both goals for the Sun Devils coming off rebounds here. And Label, just right place, right time for both of them. Call it luck, call it IQ, call it whatever you would like. She's in the right place, right time, just able to tap it in the net for both goals there. And then that shot right off that right blocker just sent the puck right to center ice, and yeah.
Kylie Label gets goal number 2.
At both very similar points in the game, both at 15 minutes.
4 minutes and 59 seconds had gone off the clock when she scored her first. 4 minutes and 17 seconds go off the clock when she scores her second. Mara Draper Label with the assist.
This puck goes out of play. Officials skate into the box and grab a new one.
ASU with the puck. Backs against the wall, shot on. Nice block from Arizona State. Glacier was able to get a glove on it. Wasn't clean, but the ASU defenders were right there.
So that was first real chance Lake Superior State's had most of the night.
It was Josephine Vance who was right there. Had a clean look at it, but Glacier able to get her glove up. Right side, here's the Lakers. Here's a chance for Arizona State. Kylie Brown, the goals leader, gets another one. 3-0 Arizona State, and just like that, they add 2 to their lead before the Lakers can blink.
What was that, a minute apart in transition? Kylie Brown one-on-one with the goalie, and that's not what you want to see if you're Lake Superior State. Just able to can it. Fake one way, go the other one. Goalie on the floor, put it over, and get it in the back of the net there.
Her 8th goal of the season. And it is early. 14 minutes plus a third period to play, but Arizona State can smell a series win.
Yeah, ASU I think, just dominating in all facets of the game right now. Transition goals, pressure, ozone time, neutral ice, they're dominating. And that's reflected in the scoreboard.
Arizona State with it in their defending third. Here's a chance for Lake Superior State off. Not a bad look at it for number 15, Paradis, but the forward wasn't able to get it to go. Another great stop there by Glacier. Shot from the back, poked away by the stick of the goalie Glacier. Now Arizona State looking to advance it, and they will get the puck into neutral ice, though it's taken away by Bima. Past the blue line, advancing it forward.
Again, ASU just happy to have it sit there. No reason for them to do anything about it.
Bit of a stalemate here against the wall. The puck finally goes free, and it's Lake Superior State with it. Puck goes down now on the ASU attacking side. Falling is Erickson. Chance for Arizona State. Nice stop at the goal by the goalie. And though she's let up, the three to this point, Kachuk put a good glove on that one, and the score will remain 3-0.
I mean, can't fault Kachuk for most of these.
Puck now slides down to the other side. 12 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Big collision into the wall.
Yeah, Devaney just into the wall there.
Just past the blue line, Lake Superior State had a chance there to potentially find number 8, Sophia Gibbs, but the puck went wayward. Now inside, another chance for Gibbs, went away. Passed in, great defense from Arizona State. Now pass to the right once again. Here's the Sun Devils. Going forward is number 22, Brent. Nice stop there by Kachuk.
Just couldn't get it over the left outstretched pad of Kachuk there. Able to sprawl herself out.
She still is making some great plays. 11-11 remain in period number 2. Down low. Levesque was able to get a stick on it, but another chance here for the Sun Devils. Sears now down low behind the net. Comes left side. Now passes in. Nice shot on, but a nice stoppage there from Kachuk.
Full sail line changes for both teams here. Again, what Lake Superior State can't do is just allow ASU to do what they did in the first period and just maintain possession and pressure them all over the ice.
Here's a possession for Lake Superior State. Trying to work fast, but once again, Arizona State's defenders working a whole lot faster and applying a whole lot more pressure. Now here's an opportunity for Murphy. Passes left. A great job for Kachuk to put her stick in. Boyko will get the puck stolen away again. Pierce, these defenders for Arizona State have just been absolutely money.
Yeah, I mean, heard you say their name a lot tonight. Just switching all over the ice and just having their sticks everywhere in passing lanes.
Draper, Streak, Kunz just hitting 3 that have been incredibly effective.
I'll put Bolden up there too.
Absolutely. And when you talk about those, I mean, those are fairly young players as well. Draper, sophomore. Streak, sophomore. Kunz, junior. Bolden, sophomore.
Yeah, ASU starting a D2 team here for
Yeah.
at ASU for women's hockey. So any young prospects interested in that?
And then that's, of course, only going to make their D1 team better.
Yeah.
As you're now going to have a funnel.
And players to get more experience. Some young players maybe not good enough for the D1 team come in, get some ice time on the D2 team, some meaningful game minutes, and come in.
You'd much rather have them get those D2 minutes than sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Down the right side, Devaney puts a shot on, close. ASU once again with another opportunity. Shot in off one of the defenders of Lake Superior State into neutral ice.
Just off the leg of Olsen there.
Shot on, just off. That was number 13, Sarah Lamb.
So Bima shoving ASU player down to the ice in the middle there as puck goes out.
Stoppage here, 8:28 remain in period number 2.
Wonder where they'll spot this as puck slowly drifting towards the box. Players looking like they're wondering too as they'll go to center ice here.
Face-off goes in the favor of Lake Superior State. Though very quickly, there's Arizona State right there. Evelyn Olsen able to quickly get it away, and Arizona State, just like that, will have another chance with the puck on the offensive side. Big contact will send Lavelle down to the ice. She'll get back up, and I think that's another great positive of this team is they take the physicality really well. And we mentioned earlier in the day how Molly Miller was here at Mullet Arena checking out the women's team. For more on that, here's the third member of our crew, Mahir Sinhasan, with more.
Yeah, thanks, Brennan. Like you said, Arizona State women's hockey is getting Molly Miller treatment as Arizona State's women's basketball was here at Mullet Arena to watch the Sun Devils take on Lake Superior State on Friday. And despite the loss, Miller said that it was great to meet the team and support women on the ice and, of course, celebrate Sun Devil school spirit. She also said in that LinkedIn post that she was very impressed with Lindsay Ellis, the head coach of the Sun Devils, too, calling her a legend, and she was inspired by her commitment to the program. And it's also been a great weekend for Arizona State women's basketball, too, as they beat Kansas 67-51 yesterday, guys.
Thank you, Mahir.
I mentioned that earlier in the broadcast with ASU women's basketball. Just kind of women's sports in general thriving here in Tempe.
And Molly Miller has mentioned a number of times in press conferences that I've been to and I've seen that, you know, she loves the support and going to other events and getting the same support from other coaches. Greg Powers, who's the NCAA men's D1, big women's basketball fan, has gone to a handful of games. I remember the day of the U of A ASU Territorial Cup football game. Also, Kenny Dillingham was at the women's basketball game. The coaches support each other really well. You know, even when you talk about major games like that.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the saying from Dillingham all the time about activate the valley, and that's really all the teams coming together, supporting each other.
Yeah, he said that at a recent Arizona Board of Regents meeting that activate the valley really meant activate the state. And, you know, we're seeing still the success of, say, the men's basketball team as the puck down low, some pushing and shoving going on. Puck never did go in the back of the net.
Can't see who got shoved down for ASU, but I think that was number 8 for Lake Superior State, Gibbs, doing the shoving.
Sure.
As this game goes on, it's going to get a little more chippy. It's 35 left in the power play.
ASU's kills in the power play have been really good.
Yeah. Perfect so far tonight, not to jinx it, but
30 seconds left, and you know what they say about the announcers, Jinx. Shot on, nice block away by Glacier. Puck against the wall. Now using the wall is Devaney.
It's 2 Lake Superior State players. I think that was number 20 McCoy was kind of holding her own player there with her stick.
Sam Murphy was the first to get down there, and now Powell has the puck.
Lake Superior State coaching staff begging for a hook there, but not going to get it from 20
Shot
seconds
on.
ago.
There's a nice block there on the left side of Kachuk, where Kylie Brown had her, excuse me, not Kylie Brown, that was Leibold's second goal. 5:24 remain in period number 2. Against the wall. ASU with numbers, and we'll get it free. Down the right side, it's Evelyn Olson. She'll use the wall. Past the blue line. Stoddard. Now goes back into Lake Superior State's hands. It feels like any time that Lake Superior State starts a breakaway, the defenders are just right there to collapse down on it.
And then it turns into an ASU transition, which they scored one on with Murphy, but
Levesque was able to take it behind the goal. Left side, opportunity for Sears. Shot in is away. Stoddard. Levesque, just a freshman, moving the ice well.
like you mentioned before, ASU, very young team.
And again, we're talking Levesque, a part of the 4th line. Getting in, that's the depth, that's the trust that Lindsay Ellis clearly has in the team to say, look, we'll put somebody like Shiley Levesque in the game and feel really confident in what she's doing. Blocked.
It's also, I think, a compliment to or Arizona or as a whole recruitment, but also just the state growing the sport of hockey.
And of course, we talked about it last night on Blaze Radio for the men's D1 hockey game that there needs to be an NHL team here. Certainly felt that way with the crowd last night. And there's even a couple Coyotes jerseys that I saw in attendance today.
I know you mentioned this before, but our cameras, of course, showing the one side of the arena that spectators are not allowed to sit in.
Which is unfortunate because we've been getting good crowds here at Mullet Arena. Shot on, nice move to get to the left side, but she lost the puck. Kylie Brown was looking for goal number 2. Fantastic move, but just lost the puck.
Yeah, had the goalie on the ground, right side completely open, but wasn't able to just tap that puck in.
Now Brown works the wall. Lake Superior State gets it back. Using her arm pad there is the goalie Glacier. Arizona State gets it back and will push it into neutral ice, and Brown took herself out into the wall. That was a hard contact.
Lost her positional awareness on the ice there. Just
then her shoulder rammed right into the wall.
Yeah.
Yep, it's not anything too serious, but she looked like everything's fine now as she will actually get off the ice.
It's a little shaken up, but appears to be all right.
Working with her shoulder. It's her right shoulder. She looks extremely frustrated going to the bench on. Puck on the left side, right next to the Fox 10 Sports.
Again, ASU very content to just leave it there. No real rush to bring it out.
Sure, and I mean, at this point, all they want to hear is the clock ticking away. They have a 3-0 lead. Shot from the left side, up and away. Great job by Devaney to poke it free. Now ASU with another opportunity. Great move. Down front, fires one just off to the right. Devaney once again. One minute, 17 seconds remain in period number 2.
So ASU will be on another power play. Officials finally think it was be a cross check there. Yep. Again, kind of bound to happen with some of the chippiness and the contact, as that seems to be continued by the Lakers and get called for it there.
Upcoming games for Arizona State. Well, they're obviously currently playing Lake Superior State now. They'll host University of Utah coming up. That's a 9:35 p.m. puck drop. Late one on Wednesday. Then Thursday, February 5th, they'll take on Lindenwood University once again at home. A plethora of home games coming up.
Yeah, had a long away stretch on that East Coast and back home in Tempe. As
Kylie Brown with it, left side. Of course, all these games I'm about to mention are in Tempe. Face Lindenwood on the 5th and the 6th of February. Then the 13th, they face Grand Canyon University.
And all those will be right here on Inferno TV.
Lake Superior State will get it away into neutral ice, but no one's back there for the Lakers. Their final scheduled home game will be the 13th of February, taking on Grand Canyon. Another goal. Arizona State takes advantage of the power play, and Kylie Brown gets her second of the game. With 20 seconds remaining in period 2, ASU leads 4-0.
Just in transition again, Sun Devils able to just put that top left corner.
4-0 Arizona State. They're winning neutral ice, they're getting it in transition, and very simply, they're scoring.
Asia Kachuk talked about her in the pregame. Not much she can do on a lot of these shots. I mean, you get one-on-one with the goalie and you put it top shelf. Not much she can do, but I think ASU also exploring a little bit. Yeah, very athletic, but still 5'5", so still hard to get up there.
And that'll do it for period number 2. Arizona State leads 4-0.
And again, stuff we talked about all throughout the game. You just mentioned ASU dominating neutral ice, dominating ozone possession time. I wish that was a stat we could have right now. It would be extremely in the favor of the Sun Devils. As Lake Superior State looking a little dejected heading over into the locker room. They'll have one period to try and mount a comeback here coming up.
And it's going to need to be quite the comeback. 4-0 Arizona State leads. And when we return, more on this matchup and how Arizona State can close this out. It's 4-0 on Inferno TV. Welcome back. In the ice here at Mullet Arena, I'm Brendan Bucher. He's Pierce Gordon. Kylie Brown, 2 goals in that second period. She's been dynamite. What did you see on those 2?
Yeah, the rebounds just killing Lake Superior State. The rebounds, kind of shot goes in off the right pad of Kachuk, and then right place, right time, and then the transition goals. I mean, it's been a dominant performance from the Sun Devils so far.
Absolutely, and for more on that is Kylie Brown herself and the third member of our team, Mahir Sinhasan. Send it down to Mahir.
Thank you, guys. Kylie, 2 goals for you in the second period, both of them off the counter. What are you seeing on that right side?
I'm seeing the blocker side, the goalie. All kind of been putting it in the same spot today. Until that second period, we started moving it around, trying it in different spaces, and it's working.
You mentioned the goalie, Asia Kachuk. 50 saves on Friday, 35 saves yesterday. You guys are getting the best of her today. What seems to be working?
She's an outstanding goalie. I give her all the credit in the world. Moving her around, you know, this is her 3rd game of the weekend. It's rough for any goalie to play 3 games. She is standing on her head, but we're finding ways to get it around her.
You said earlier this week that the message going into 2026, I guess you're ranked 8th, you want to stay there or grow. How have you guys kind of grown in these past few games?
I think from game 1 to now, we've just raised the energy on the bench, on the ice, and in the locker room. Be better.
Thank you, Kyle. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Mahir. And one thing that I noticed she mentioned is the energy. And we've talked all game long how well they've been able to substitute, but it doesn't seem like they've broken a sweat out there, especially when you look at them in transition, them in neutral ice. What have you seen?
Yeah, and also the praise to the goalie. Love to see that. But yeah, the energy from the Sun Devils. I mean, we've seen a little bit with Lake Superior State chasing down the Sun Devils in the power play. But other than that, ASU's just been all over the ice. It feels like anytime there's a pass in neutral ice, anytime there's a pass really anywhere on the ice, an ASU player stick is right there in the passing lane.
They've been playing fast. They've been playing hard. All facets, they're deep. We mentioned how young and how versatile basically any defender, any line that Arizona State can put out there has been, and that is why they have the 4 lead. Crazy to think this was a 1-0 game at the end of period number 1, but after 2, it's 4-0. When we return, more on this matchup and third period action, we're going to decide a series winner here soon.
As we welcome you back to Mullet Arena, the Sun Devils taking the ice up 4-0 over Lake Superior State. I'm Pierce Gordon, joined by Brennan Bucher. And again, Lake Superior State, the Lakers looking to try and make a comeback here, but they're going to need to change a lot of things. The momentum, the way of the Sun Devils, of course, reflected by the score, as well as just anything on the ice. Talked about this in the intermission show. The Sun Devils all over. The minute there's a pass, it feels like it's in a Sun Devil stick, dominating neutral ice. O-zone possession times got to be dominant. I wish we had those statistics. So now, speaking of Lake Superior State, see them taking the ice now, just after the Sun Devils get going here in about 30 seconds.
Of course, Arizona State exited period 1 and entered period 2 only up 1-0. Anything can happen, really. And especially, scoring 4 goals against a goalie of this caliber is extremely impressive. And, one of those things that now you just say, our defense that's been so aggressive and so good, play your part. We'll take our 4. If we get another one, great. But I think Arizona State now can rely on their aggressive defense to really finish this one out.
Yeah, we saw a lot of, just killing time, just puck in the corner, 3 players there holding it down. Something I love to see in the intermission interview was just the hats off to the goalie there. The ASU recognizes that it's tough to put 4 on, but it's also tough from Kachuk's defense to play 3rd game in a row against the same team. As a player, you're going to learn a lot more about a goalie here. As ASU wins the puck drop and immediately dumps it in far side.
I would imagine Kachuk is going to be a little sore after this weekend.
Yeah, bouncing around between the pipes 3 days in a row. Seeing a lot of shots tonight as ASU gets it center ice, shot off the blocker. Push to the corner. 4 players there, 2 for each team. ASU able to keep it in and dump it down again to that same corner. 37 now in goal for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's going to be number 37, Lainey Pascamo. She's a 5'7" goalie from Alberta, Canada. And probably giving the, time off that Kachuk is going to need.
Yeah, and beyond that, I also think, again, hard to play 3 games back-to-back.
Correct, and Pascamo played 10 games last year, was 3-5. This year is 2-3 in her 6 games played. Has logged 342 minutes this year. She is no stranger to the ice, and probably a chance. And maybe if I'm Lake Superior State, I'm giving Kachuk maybe a game or 2 off after this. She's battled her way, and obviously signs of fatigue showing in this one. I'm probably going to give her some time off.
Also brings in a little bit of height, a little bit of fresh body, and a different goaltending style for the Sun Devils to deal with here. As turning it over, Lake Superior State just dumping that over and down. Now swung around the boards, off the boards, 50-50 puck corralled there by McCoy. ASU back with possession, trying to clear the O-zone and successful. Now pushing in transition as Olsen loses it, gets her pocket picked. Lakers now dish it down as far as this blue line. Sun Devils defense whiffed on it. Now ends up behind the goal. Collision there, right in front of the goalie. 2 players falling down. Sun Devils pushing far side, pass inside, clear the O-zone. As we see Lavelle just get laid out there, center ice. Feel the energy for ASU, a little more calm here, a little more collected. As turning it over in their own zone. Lakers now with a chance, dump it down behind the net, finds its way in front, and shot is in off that right side, corralled by the Sun Devils, who immediately give it back. Coming up ice, dishes it out, shot inside, just kind of looking to put it in there, see what happens. Sun Devils clear the O-zone, but as far as the center line, they'll try and get a line change here, and do as the Lakers going for a line change of their own as they just dish it in. Sun Devils now with control, lose it at center ice. Fight for it now, controlled by the Lakers and Johnson. Johnson dishes it out. Lakers trying to get in the O-zone. That'll be offsides. Good job at the blue line there from ASU, just delaying that entry and causing the offsides.
I think we've mentioned it a time or two already, but the substitutions and the line changes for Arizona State have been wonderful. I mean, they have changed and not lost a beat.
Yeah, Lindsay Ellis, really head coach, I think has coached a beautiful game here so far. See if the Sun Devils can close it out, but line changes everything. Just going the way the Sun Devils able to get their players in and out fairly quickly. As Lake Superior State able to keep zone, hounded by Sun Devils and shot just wide left. Is now Sun Devils in transition. Beautiful move, but has the pocket picked. Could see the vision of what she was trying to go for there. A shot right to the chest. Streak, just a little chip shot right to the chest, and a good warm-up there for the new tender.
Again, this is not exactly a rookie going out there. She's had the experience. She knows what she's doing, and I give her plenty of trust in this moment. Again, you know, to put it lightly, there's little she can do wrong here. If you're looking at from the perspective of Lake Superior State, probably not going to win this one. So this is a great opportunity to get a fresh body in there and just see what she can do.
Yeah, you make the trip all the way to Arizona, get a few ice minutes. His puck in the front of the net, tipped around, battling for it, goalie on the ground, and finally finds its way out. ASU, though, maintaining the zone here.
And that's exactly how they've scored at least two of those goals, was just that light tap in, and there's a great job by the fresh goalkeeper to get down on the ground, get down on the ice, know how they've scored, and do a great job to block it there.
Is Lake Superior State unable to clear the zone up until now, and have a McCoy streaking down, gets tripped a little bit, not enough to draw the penalty. ASU now streaking up. That's Sam Murphy, the captain, coming down one-on-one, shot off the left shoulder, tries to get the rebound, another deflection, two good saves, but again, the rebounds didn't hurt Lake Superior that time, but have been hurting them all game, like you mentioned. As the puck now drifting slowly, players just boxing out there. Again, ASU in no rush to really do anything here, up 4. And we've passed the 15-minute mark, so no ASU goal with 15 left in the period. Kills that trend from the first two. As ASU still keeping the zone. As you see Brown going to corral the puck, shoots it in, tipped out in the corner, gets it back, just tries to dump it back in again. Finds its way all the way around the horn. Lake Superior State now with possession. Gets it out of the zone as far as the midline before that's corralled by Bolden. Bolden passes it up. And ASU in the O-zone again, shot kind of failing a little bit, didn't get the power she wanted off of that. Lakers now in transition. 1-on-2 opportunity here, takes it to the corner, round the net, passes it along the boards, finds the defender, shot in, sitting right in front of the net, no one able to poke it in, ASU able to clear it out in front of the net. Now back up top to the blue line, shot in again. Just trying to get feels like just trying to have something happen here. It's ASU unable to clear the zone, Lakers hold. So it's turned over to the Sun Devils. And they're able to clear the zone. 2-on-1, nope, 1-on-1 opportunity here as they'll just dump it in, get the line change. And corralled there by the tender, so worked in the favor of ASU there. Just not taking any chances with that one.
There's no need to at this point.
So ASU get another well-timed line change there. I thought they had a little 2-on-1 opportunity there, but realistically 4-0, get the line change on. As shot careens off the left side of the board and out. Tried to find the center, unable to. Lake Superior State now trying to clear, unable to, turned over. Again, just puck right in front of the net. No one there to tip it in on the other side for the Sun Devils. Lake Superior finally gets it out of the zone. It'll be Draper to corral the puck, speeding around the back of the net, dumps it off. We'll go all the way to the other end to Powell. Powell fans on it, bad place to fan on it, but able to unintentionally use the shoulder, then turns it over again. McCoy tries to get the crossover to work, unable to. Again, game getting more physical as time goes on. Imagine Lake Superior State not wanting to get something here to head on that plane back and something to build off of in this one. ASU keeps it in the zone, but not for, I was going to say, not for too much longer, but I stand corrected. They're able to keep it in and kind of get another garbage possession there.
That's just been the consistent.
Yep.
Time in and time out. Doesn't matter where the puck's going. It will always end up back, whether, as we mentioned earlier, they were really focusing on the O-zone. Whatever they were doing was working wonderfully.
Skating around, weaving through defenders is Label. Dishes it out. Little spin move there. Some beautiful skills being shown, but not leading to anything as that shot is deflected. And again, first chance to clear the zone, unable to. As 1-on-3 opportunity, loses the puck. ASU gets it out. Good little move down center ice. Bringing it down Main Street and has it stripped. Just her stick carried a little bit and the goalie able to corral that one. 10:22 to go. Lakers were looking for an answer in this one. Going to need to take a miracle, get 4 goals, 10 minutes by the way this game's been going. As faceoff is won the way of the Lakers as they'll try and push here. Stolen by the Sun Devils and right back in the zone. As skating all the way around the horn along the boards. Kind of dishes it in. Hoping for something there, but corralled by the tender. I just imagine this will also be a good opportunity. Either team, I mean, mentioned this before, but Lake Superior State making the trip all the way down there, get some of the younger players, maybe don't play as much, some ice time, and again, like you mentioned, beautiful Mullet Arena.
Can never complain with playing on the big stage.
No. Don't get many opportunities to play in a call it NHL caliber arena.
Surely a team could play in here, right?
It's almost like the ice is here and the fans are here. Nevertheless, back on ice, shot off the left blocker pad. Winding up again, passes it over, far side, dishes it in, again off that left blocker. ASU with possession, pushing it up ice. In really no hurry is Olsen as she'll take it to the center line. Dish it in, but kind of finish out the line change here for the Sun Devils. Lake Superior far near side, trying to gain the zone and unable to. They'll try again and just dish it in. And Draper right there to stop that from happening easily. Draper almost turns it over to center ice, but corralled by the Sun Devils. 3-on-2 opportunity here, 2-on-1 opportunity, and we'll get an offsides. Tripped there, ASU player, not too happy with herself, because that was a 2-on-1 opportunity going to net, and just a little quick off that blue line.
The location of Lake Superior State, very interesting because it is about 4 kilometers, it's about 2.5 miles from Canada. It's very similar to UTEP in El Paso, as our producer Lachlan McTagg was there not too long ago. Very similar to UTEP and El Paso's distance to Mexico. Lake Superior State can basically see into Canada.
Probably walk over there in the winter. Yeah, a lot of Canadian players on ice here, and that to be expected. I mean, you want to, for ASU, come down to beautiful Tempe and enjoy the warm weather.
Well, after maybe these Canadian players feel the difference of Tempe versus the Lake Superior side.
As ASU with another goal, just stacking it on, and probably the dagger was the 4th one, but why not another? Is again a rebound goal for Devaney. Cam Devaney just able to, again, we say this a lot, right place, right time. Rebound careens off to the center, and Devaney just able to just tap that one in, get it over the blocker.
First person not named Kylie Leibold or Kylie Brown to score today. Cam Devaney gets her 5th of the season and will now tie herself with Leibold in goals at 3rd place on the team.
Yeah, and that's, I mentioned it before, but 4th one might have been the dagger, and that's the nail in the coffin, to use another example.
Why not 6? They lead 5-0. Still another 7 minutes.
As shot just wide.
They were going for it.
Yeah, I mean, Lake Superior State McCoy has her stripped by the Sun Devils defense. We get a delayed power play here. Sun Devils will be on the power play. 7:06 left, up 5-0. Appeared to be a tripping, but we'll see what is called here. Yep, we'll get a trip on number 20, McCoy. Got her pocket picked there, and then stick was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mentioned a number of times today the men's ACHA teams. Currently watching this game, you can see them in the corner. The left side of the rank is NAU's D2 team. As they are watching this, they will take on Arizona State a little later today. And up here in the press area, we do have a connection to the D2 team. Liam Kehaney is on the broadcast for Blaze Radio right now. He is a part of the D2 team as well. He will get some puck time, and without question, the most qualified of any of us
yes,
up here to talk puck, because he's doing some great things with the D2 team. They were at NAU yesterday and now get to play at home.
So ASU offsides there, wins the face-off and takes it into the O-zone. But again, this facility, it's almost like hockey's getting bigger down here. Could use a pro team. Think about it. As shot finds its way to the center and corralled.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Went up in the air and looked like there was no choice but for Sam Murphy just to glove it and try to reset. Not a very favorable position to be in. Really not a lot they could have done there.
It's full line change for ASU. As face-off won by the Lakers, as they'll just dish it all the way down. Just under 1:30 left in the power play. Sun Devils now with it behind their own net, handed off. As the pass tipped, but still finds its way to number 15, Powell. Powell drives inside, shot off that left block, or left pad there, excuse me. It's penalty, 1 minute remaining. ASU center ice, dishes it near side, shot about a foot to the left there. Kareem's around the boards. Again, we'll have another chance at it. And off the defender's leg or skate there, corrals the rebound, skating around, same place, same shot, another same result off the defender. ASU still retaining possession here, as it just seems like they're running the same motion every time, as that shot will come again right there. And corralled, yeah, that's 4 or 5 shots on net from the same spot there. ASU just running the same motion, same play there, and we'll get a full sail line change for both teams. 26 remaining in the penalty, as McCoy still in the box for the Lakers. Face-off won by the Lakers, as they'll try and clear zone. We'll see if they're able to here, as ASU manages to keep it again. So I feel like this period more than ever has exemplified just the disparities between the zone time here. I don't mean to throw out a ton of SAT words there, but as puck centered as the power play is over, all the way down to the goaltender. So they'll hand it off at the blue line. Good little move to get around it, and then checked and down to the ground, as we see a little pushing and shoving. As official grabbing a new puck here is a line change. Don't imagine we'll see players standing on the ice for too long here. As ASU trying to close this one out cleanly, puck right in front of the net, no one there this time. Lakers in transition, trying to dump it down, unable to. Puck finds its way to the center, corralled by the Lakers. A little ozone time for them, but that is short-lived, as the Sun Devils now pushing in transition. 3-on-2 opportunity there, just shoots it off the leg of a defender. So we're just over 4 minutes left. Again, the Sun Devils keeping the puck in their zone, and that's corralled by the goaltender. We'll have a face-off near side circle. .402 left in this one, and if it would take a miracle in the third, it would take a lot more than a miracle to come back in this one.
Of course, Al Michaels would say, do you believe in miracles? And maybe sometimes, but this one might just be a little too far-fetched.
ASU will have another power play opportunity here for the final 50% of this one. A little under 50% with .402. As the officials going to get an explanation from, we're going to get a double here. Some confusion on the ice, so it appears we'll have a 4-on-4 here. Yeah, so 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. So final 50% of this game will be 4-on-4, and I imagine that will advantage the Sun Devils yet again with the energy and speed that they've shown throughout this one. As face-off won by the Lakers. In transition, quickly move up top, shot off that left blocker again. Good save there. As we're going to see the speed of this game pick up a lot with one less player on the ice. Sun Devils now 2-on-2, dish it out back. Fanned on the shot, and then tripped up there. This will find its way all the way back to the blue line. Dishes it in, hoping for the rebound or something there, as ASU manages to keep the zone yet again. Brown on the corner, shot off the shoulder of the tender. Lakers finally clear it, but need to get a line change in here, as the Sun Devils will have another chance at this one. 1 minute left in the 4-on-4 opportunity. as entering the zone and leaving the zone is Label. Sun Devils re-upping here. Label has it again near side, drives inside. One-on-one with the defender, tries to go 5-hole and unsuccessful. Finds its way back out and controlled by the Lakers, pushing it up now. Dishing it in right behind the net, and that'll just be scooped up by Glacier. And 28 left in the 4-on-4. 2 players at the power in the box, excuse me. Again, both teams, I think, just trying to build off something here to go into the film room somewhat with something positive. I think ASU wanting to close this out, go in, just played a full 3 periods, and Lake Superior State something to bring on that flight home. As we see number 14 Streak fall into the ground there, as ASU just skating around center ice, finally brings it in the zone, has the puck get picked, and the puck will find its way over in the corner by the Adidas logo. Trying to clear it are the Lakers, and unable to there as that shot rebounded right in front of the net, but only a Laker there as ASU maintains zone again as that puck's just in the corner. Around the boards now. One-on-one here, and ASU, another example, getting a line change while maintaining O-zone. Lakers trying to clear it and do, but to the extent of the midline, as coming down are the Sun Devils. Turns it over, but only for a few seconds there. A shot bounced around in the center and went right of the tender. I was just pushing it back in, was number 12, Olsen, trying to have something set up in the middle in front of the net there from behind it, just pushing it back up and nothing doing.
It's been a while since the Lakers have been totally shut out like it looks like they might be unless something changes the next minute and 2 seconds. It was on September 28th against the University of Michigan Dearborn when they lost 4-0. Last time they were shut out.
Yeah, never want to end on a shutout, especially for that flight back home.
And especially after they won game number 1.
Yeah.
Probably feeling somewhat confident, but ASU, to their credit, stepped up big time.
And normally a series is 2 games, but if you're flying all the way out here, might as well play 3. And to the advantage of us, we get 3 games as shot stomached. It was Coons on the shot there, just stomached by the goaltender. But yeah, 1-1 was series tied, and then coming to this one, looks to be safely called 2-1 with 30 seconds left. Stick on the ground. Lakers trying to develop something in the final 15 here. ASU just no reason to not pin it against the boards here and just, yeah, as they'll just take it to the corner, trying to clear it, unable to, falls to the stick of a Laker, tries to get it in and cleared for the last time. Sun Devils close out the series and get the series win 2-1 over Lake Superior State.
What a win, just dominating on all facets. And I mean, you could pick so many players that played incredibly well. 2 goals from Kylie Brown, 2 goals from Kylie Label. Devaney put in her time. The defenders were fantastic. Mara Draper, Kate Steeg. We mentioned Claire Bolin has played fantastically. I felt like we were mentioning Hannah Kunz's name all the time. And when you're talking about defenders, oftentimes on a broadcast, that is a great thing because that means they are getting those pucks back from the blue line. They're keeping it out of their defending third and working in transition, and that's what we saw. Once it got to the neutral ice, I mean, it was all ASU. They weren't losing anything past neutral ice. So just a terrific win for the Sun Devils. And as I mentioned, they lost game 1 of this series. So to be able to come back and win 2 in a row against a really good goalie. You can't complain with how Arizona State has played in these last 2 games. We're going to head to a break. When we return, we'll hear from our player of the game and more on this Arizona State win before we sign off. Welcome back inside Mullet Arena following an ASU victory. They dominate 5-0 the score over at Lake Superior State. Here's Pierce Gordon. I'm Brennan Bucher. Pierce, 3 different Sun Devils contributed to the score today. What did you see from the offense?
Yeah, one of them not named Kylie Devaney, getting the nail in the coffin with the 5th one, but Kylie Brown and Kylie Label, both of them kind of, we saw that one transition goal where it was one-on-one with the goalie and beautiful placement of the shot top left. But other than that, just the rebounds. Rebounds were the story of the game for the Sun Devils, and that's how they scored most of their goals.
And a huge part of that, obviously, the 0 in the opponent's column. Maya Glacier in goal. She was fantastic today. And to hear from her, our player of the game is the 3rd member of our crew, Mahir Sinhasan. Mahir?
Thanks, guys. Maya, your 2nd shutout of the season as your team beats Lake Superior State and gets this win. How did this start compare to yesterday?
Yeah, it feels great. Definitely brought more energy today. It feels great, yeah.
Well, taking a look at your time at Arizona State, you're a freshman and yet you've had 9 appearances this season. What has that transition been like for you?
It's definitely been a lot of fun. Yeah, the team has been clicking really well. Everyone on the team is super friendly. Love the atmosphere, the community. So, yeah, it's been awesome.
Quick turnaround for you guys. Utah comes here to Tempe on Wednesday. What can you take from this series into that contest?
Definitely hoping to bring the same energy. The energy on the bench was incredible. Just hope to continue playing our game and have a good outcome.
Great. Thanks, Maya.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mahir. As she mentioned, only a freshman, which is pretty incredible, 91% in goal. And, you know, energy was the word she used pretty consistently there. And where I noticed the energy, and you and I talked about it on the air a number of times, in transition. They were able to sub in and out, no problems whatsoever, not falling behind. They didn't miss a beat, and continuously, that energy stayed high.
Yeah, I think the whole team mentions that. Sam Murphy mentioned it yesterday. We hear it again. Just the camaraderie and the friendliness and just bringing everyone in and the team chemistry, and that's really shown. Every one of the girls helping each other up. Really, the bench energy, something we didn't talk about before, but was definitely present throughout the whole game.
That's what Molly Miller calls Benergy with the women's basketball program. We mentioned she was here. Great crowd once again today supporting the Lady Sun Devils. Coming up next, they play Utah, as was mentioned in the interview moments ago. They keep saying the word energy, which is key. As we look up here to see Utah, following that, they will play Lindenwood and Grand Canyon University. I would expect the Sun Devil team to stay hot. I feel like these girls this season, once they get a good thing rolling, it's hard to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, if you play like this, I think they can hang with almost anyone in the country. If you're playing this well, clicking on all cylinders, dominating every facet of the game, it's gonna be a tough team, and hopefully they can carry that and make the postseason. Well,
they certainly look good today, and if a team plays like that, anyone is going to have a hard time competing with them. I've been Brennan Bucher. He's been Pierce Gordon. For our entire crew and our producer and director, Lachlan McTagg, thank you for joining us here from Mullet Arena for Inferno TV, bringing you Arizona State women's hockey as they take down the Lake Superior State Lakers 5-0 inside of Mullet Arena. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.